It's time for another Gamecock Spotlight, and we're joined by Gamecock Volleyball head coach Derek "Dex" Schroeder. Coach, the team coming off a couple of losses at home last weekend against Liberty. What are your thoughts as we head into New Mexico State week?
We've done a really nice job this week. I think it starts with me for sure. I just tried to make our practice plans a little bit more precise, a little bit more concise, and the girls have responded really well to it. They're still on board. They're still going 100 miles an hour. They're an amazing group of young ladies. They come to work every day, and I love them for it.
Talking about the intensity that they bring, the effort that they bring, how impressed by that are you that, we're to this point in the season and they're still going that strong?
Yeah, very much. You can't measure intangibles, right? You can't, they say the heart of a football player or whatever, to use any other sport. You can't measure those things. They don't have a quantitative number to them. And I'll tell you, intangibly, this team, I would put them against anyone I've ever coached. They come to work, they do it with a smile on their face, or with a like a grit to it when they need to. They're hard in the weight room. They're everywhere. They're an incredible group in that regard for sure.
Coach, we're going to have the chance to talk to Kathryn Smith here in a bit, team captain on the squad this year. Yeah. What would you say about the job that she's done this season?
I'm incredibly proud of her. She doesn't come in with the most, the most playing time, the most reps, anything like that. But she's just done a really good job of figuring out how she can contribute. And that is obviously with her play to start, but more importantly, it's how she leads others, how she puts her arm around people when they need to, how she pushes people when they need to, and just how she's infectious in her team first mentality.
Jax State is preparing to take on one of the best teams in Conference USA this weekend in New Mexico State. What have you seen from the Aggies, and what are you expecting from them as they make the trip to the Pete?
Well, when they walk in the arena, I'll probably look up at 3 or 4 of them. So, that'll be fun. But no, they're big. I don't know that they're as precise as some of the teams that we've played the last couple weekends, but they're big. We're going to have to attack with speed, and we're going to have to put ourselves in good situations, because if we're just playing their style of volleyball, it's going to be a long weekend for us. But if we make them play ours, then it can become one of those matches where it comes a grind. And if it becomes a grind, then I trust my girls to pound the rock until the rock breaks.
Final question, what do you want to see from the team? Obviously pounding the rock until it breaks, and what are they going to have to do to come out on top?
No, I want to see a bounce back weekend from last weekend. Like I said, I take ownership of it. It started with me for sure, but I would like to see them from an intangibly standpoint bring a lot more on Friday and Saturday for sure. And for us to come on top again, we got to make them play our way. We can't play big girl volleyball. We're going to have to play speed volleyball, and if we do that, we'll have a chance. And then if we have a chance, I want to see them hunger to take it, and if they give us that inkling, if they give us that inch, let's take a mile. Can I say any more cliches?
Joined now by Kathryn Smith, sophomore setter for the Gamecocks. Kathryn, it's your second year in Jacksonville. How's year 2 with the red and white been so far?
It's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm so thankful to be back here for another year.
You've taken on a larger role this season. Last year you were more reserve depth. This season you've been more of a rotational piece, coming in to serve and excelling in that aspect. What has that meant to you?
It's meant so much. I think Dex is really good about rewarding people who really push and play hard in practice, and so I think it's really encouraging just to get out there a little bit and just provide a spark out there for my teammates and just build relationships and connect while I'm on the court.
You've also been named one of the team captains for the squad this season. You've shown leadership as well. What are some ways that you've tried to lead the team, whether it be in practice or in game?
Yeah, so in practice and games, I really try and focus on connecting people, like I just said, really helping people build relationships so we function as one team and not 6 individuals on the court. And so I think that's helped just to bring us together and play as one team.
Kathryn, big-time matchups this weekend. The Gamecocks hosting New Mexico State. What are you expecting this weekend, and what do you want to see from yourself and your teammates?
I think so this is Wednesday, so the 2 practices, so Monday's practice and Tuesday's practice, we've been working really hard. We've had some pretty tough practices, but we've grown so much in the past 2 days that I think we're going to really show out when we get on that floor on Friday and Saturday. And I think all the fans are going to be super surprised and super excited to watch us play.
An additional question, something we always talk about with players that we interview this year is how close this team is. I know that's something you can speak on as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think adding a significant amount of people to the team this year was hard, but I think we've gotten so close. And like I think any other team wouldn't have like as good of relationships because it was so fast. But like we've bonded so quickly, and we did a bunch of team bonding this summer and all that stuff. So I think that's really helped, and we've gotten super close. So it's easier to play as a team.